Automation can be difficult at the start, but there are three automations that every coach needs to help keep their business on track, save them time, and make sure they get more clients. I'm Nick, and I spent over 1,000 hours working with online coaches building their automation, specifically in HighLevel. But we're not going to talk about HighLevel today. We're going to talk about three main problems that most coaches have, especially at the start, and how we can solve those, or at least make them a little bit easier with automation. So let's dive right into it, into problem number one. So problem number one happens over here, is a low show rate. So a lot of coaches I've found, and this may be your experience, it's definitely been mine, is you'll start getting calls booked, you start getting excited, people want to talk to you, they're sales calls, discovery calls as we like to call them, where you'll talk to them and potentially bring them into your program, but they don't show up. Now, why does this happen? There's 1,000 reasons, but a key one that most people sort of overlook is that people just forget. They're busy. They don't know what they're doing. They forget they have a call. I've done it, you've done it. I've even done it on the other end where I was the person taking the call, looking to sell someone, and I forgot about it. So, happens to the best of us. How do we combat that with automation? It is through appointment reminders. So these are super simple to set up. You can set them up in Calendly, in TidyCal, whatever you're using. In HighLevel, you can set those up as well. Very simple. Sometimes it's just a tick of a button. Now, if you want to get more advanced with this, create a really excellent customer experience, you can customize them. So this is a bit next level. I mean, just having them in the first instance will increase your show rate. I guarantee it, because the more people know that your thing exists, the more people who will show up. So it's just reminding them, just getting that one person that forgot. But customizing, it really increases that experience for them. If they've filled in a form on the calendar talking about what their problem is, what they want to achieve, having an email that goes out that sort of speaks back to that is super helpful. It really warms them up, gets them to know, like, and trust you. So that is number one, low show rate, appointment reminders, customer reminders. Now, number two, and this is before the low show rate, is the low book rate. So you're getting people downloading your lead magnet, but they're not really booking a call. They've gone that first step to say, yes, they're interested, but when it comes to, hey, do you want to book a call? They don't really take that next step. So how do we automate getting them on the call or getting them to at least book a call? What we want to do with that is an email nurture sequence. So this is very simple. You can set it up with MailChimp, MailerLite. We want a sequence of emails to go out to them after they've opted in, whether it's your newsletter or a lead magnet, a freebie, something like that. Start emailing them regularly with a full 5-7 day sequence designed to take them from that first contact point through to booking a call with you. So you can straight away say, hey, book a call, and then have an email sequence that goes out after that, sort of giving them more proof, showing them who you are, what you're offering, how you can help them, that you understand their problem, and inviting them again to book a call. So having this sequence will warm people up. And again, the more touch points you have, there is a tipping point, but it's not as close as you think. The more touch points you have, the more likely they are to book. There is this belief, and I think it's a limiting belief, that, oh, I don't want to bother people. It's too much. To even be heard, you should be contacting your leads pretty much every day, every other day. Down to once a week, it can be difficult to just be seen in the sea of emails that we all get every day. Now, the more advanced version of this email nurture sequence is to tailor that, to have it a bit segmented. So this is where it depends what your lead magnet is. This is why I like to use a quiz or a community where I can get some information as soon as they opt in and then tailor the nurture sequence based on that. So maybe I write 4 or 5 different versions, maybe not 4 or 5, I write 2 different versions of the email nurture sequence, one for problem A and one for problem B. And when they opt in, they let me know which problem they have through a quiz to help self-identify. And then the sequence can come out specific to that particular problem. Super helpful in being more targeted with your messaging and really tailored with what they're looking for. Because you can solve multiple problems, but if you're speaking specifically to the problem they have, then they're more likely to book in with you. So that's number 2, low booking rate solved with an email nurture sequence. Now, low traffic is the third one. So, low show rate isn't a problem for you. Low book rate, well, is a problem for you, but the real problem is that you don't have anyone looking at your stuff. No one's even aware that you exist. You have a lead magnet out there, no one's downloading it. They're not getting to that stage where you can start sending them an email. So this is sort of automation is more in the AI realm, is creating a content plan using AI. Use ChatGPT to create a plan, a 30-day plan of any platform, your platform of choice. Could be YouTube. I used it for this. Or it could be Instagram. Could be LinkedIn. And just say, hey, I want to talk about this. This is the type of person that I want to work with. Can you come up with some ideas for what I should talk about? And then start creating content every single day, post it, send it out into the world, start drawing attention to yourself. We have to promote, unfortunately. It'd be nice if people just came to us and said, hey, here's some money, help me out, or even just here's some money. But they don't do that. So we have to have a plan on what to talk about that will interest them to get them to take that next step. So AI content plan. And the advanced version of this would be a content plan with an ICP, that's ideal client profile, feedback loop. And this is what I've been using for myself. The way that this works is you create a version of your ideal client using AI, using ChatGPT, and then any piece of content that you go to create, you then feed that back to your ideal client and say, hey, what do you think of this? Is this interesting to you? How can I tweak it? How can I make it better? What do I need to do to make it more interesting for you so that you will then click through and maybe download my lead magnet? And then go to this next step of booking and then showing and then buying. So yeah, those are the three. Low show rate, low book rate, low traffic. Solutions to those: set up some appointment reminders, set up an email nurture sequence, create a content plan using AI, and these more advanced steps get a lot easier when you have access to that ideal client profile. In fact, all of these, using that ideal client profile at every single step, so for the email nurture sequence, for the tailored sequence, for the custom reminders, can really help make that more targeted, more authentic to what they're looking for. And if you're thinking, I don't know how to set up an ideal client profile, I have no clue, check out the link below. Check out my free school community, AI Automation for Coaches. I have this tool called the Avatar GPT, completely free, 7 questions. If you fill that in, it will set you up with a prompt that you can copy and paste into ChatGPT and get started with all of this straight away. So that's it. Check out some of the other videos on my channel, and feel free to like, share, subscribe if you found this interesting, and I will talk to you soon.